if you're the kind of man who pays attention, and that right there is the brutal truth about attraction, women don't fall for who you say you are. They fall for the man who sees them without needing them to explain. So if you're seeing these signs, don't second guess them. Don't overthink or doubt yourself into an action. The worst thing a man can do with a woman who likes him is nothing. Be calm, be direct, be centered. Ask her questions that go deeper. Match her subtle energy with honest confidence. Don't perform, don't try to impress. Just reveal, gently but firmly, that you've noticed her noticing you. Because the truth is, most men walk through life emotionally blind. They miss the signs until it's too late. They look back and realize, Shimi, I just didn't see it, but not you. You are no longer one of those men. You are part of a man who leads with presence, awareness and self-respect. And now I want you to do something bold. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever realized, after the fact that a woman was secretly into you and you missed the signs? Let's talk about it, because when men share, we grow. When we learn from what we missed, we gain vision we never had before. And if you found value in this video, hit that like button to support the message for more brutally honest, emotionally sharp wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss the quiet truths the world hides from most men. Until next time. Remember, these women are not puzzles to solve. They are mirrors, and how they respond to you always reflects how deeply you see yourself. Walk with strength, speak with calm, and lead with vision. You're becoming the man who doesn't chase because he attracts. See you in the next Maximize Clitoral Stimulation. Women with problems, feeling orgasms, have shorter clitorises than average, making them further from the vaginal opening and harder to stimulate during penetrative sex. After 50, some men experience changes in their sexuality and believe good sex is over. But this is not entirely true. With the right information and creativity, these thoughts disappear. The cougar position, where the woman is on top of the man, allows women to have greater control of their orgasms. The woman can move as fast or slow as she likes and control the depth of penetration. The woman being on top also gives her easy access to her clitoris, which she can stimulate with her hands, or by adopting an ideal friction angle against the man's body to reach orgasm more easily. This position gives most of the prominence to the woman, giving her the freedom to set the pace. The man has direct access to caress her breasts, which helps to excite another female erogenous zone. 80% of women do not marry the one they love, but the man who is truly ready. Hence the reason for unhappy marriages before anal sex. A good tip is to keep the area clean. It can be washed with water and neutral soap, and the intestines can be emptied with an enema. A woman's sexual drive is more easily altered than a man's. Girls who have sex at least once a week look happier, more feminine, and especially more beautiful. Women on average are attracted to older men, as it subconsciously communicates to them a sense of experience and stability. The alignment technique is one of the positions for women to reach orgasm faster, with intense clitoral stimulation to put it into practice. Think of the classic missionary position, but with a variation that will undoubtedly make a difference. The woman should keep her legs together, while the man should have his apart. This achieves greater pressure during penetration and more physical contact for the woman. It also stimulates the man's penis, providing her with great pleasure and making it much easier for her to reach climax to enhance sensations. Nothing is better than the man pressing the woman's hips against him when a woman is attracted to a man. She moistens her lips with her tongue to make them shinier and more attractive. Women who always perform oral sex are the ones being unfaithful to their partner, because they have the habit of wanting to see another man excited by their actions. Life is full of mysteries and secrets, so keep exploring. Don't talk about, and even fewer truly understand. Married women can feel attraction, They can crave attention. They can feel emotionally disconnected from their husbands. And suddenly, you show up, and not because you tried, not because you flirted, not because you wanted to cross a line, but because without knowing it, you brought something. Her life had been starving for presence, strength, depth, and quiet masculine power. And while she might never say it out loud, she'll show you, but not in the ways you think. It's not about blatant seduction, it's not about romantic words, it's about subtle, nearly invisible signals. The things she does when she thinks you're not paying attention. The way she watches you when you speak to other women, the way her energy shifts when it's just the two of you. Most men ignore these signs. Some get blindsided by them. And a few, the rare emotionally intelligent few, notice them early and respond. Not with impulse, but with stoic awareness. So here's the brutal truth. If a married woman is showing these 4 specific signs, it doesn't mean she's evil or unfaithful or even disloyal. It means she's human, and something inside her started to wake up around you. But before you jump to conclusions or act on emotion, you need to know the difference between innocent connection and quiet, burning attraction, because one of them will pass and the other will pull you into emotional quicksand. You may never escape. So pay close attention, my friend, because the signs I'm about to reveal aren't just subtle. They're psychological, behavioral, and deeply instinctual. Let's begin. Attraction isn't always loud. It doesn't always shout. It doesn't come with flashing lights, obvious words, or romantic gestures you'd find in a movie. Sometimes attraction is a whisper, a glance, a pause, a seemingly harmless moment that holds the weight of something deeper, something unspoken, something forbidden. And when that attraction is coming from a woman who's already married, everything changes. Now, before we go further, this isn't a judgment. This isn't about moral lines or condemning anyone's choices. This is about awareness, because if you're a man who carries masculine presence, who lives with quiet confidence, who listens with intensity and speaks with clarity, then you've likely had this happen to you whether you knew it or not. You've been around a married woman who lingered. She looked at you a little too long, laughed a little too loudly, found ways to talk to you when she didn't really have a reason, and you told yourself, "No, that can't be. She's married. It's all in my head." But your gut said otherwise, and your gut is rarely wrong. The truth is, many married women, especially those in emotionally dry or mentally disconnected relationships, are still searching. Not necessarily for a new man, but for a feeling, that spark, that moment of being seen, again, heard again, desired again. They're not always looking to cheat. In fact, most aren't. But what they are doing is responding to masculine energy that feels alive and maybe even a little dangerous, because it reminds them of something they lost or something they never had to begin with. So when you, the grounded, stoic man, calm, present, emotionally intelligent, walk into the room, you don't need to flirt. You don't need to say much. Your presence alone changes the temperature in her nervous system. And while she may not act on it, her body, her expressions, her words, and her micro-behaviors may say things she'll never admit. That's what this video is about. Not fantasy, not seduction, not disrespect, but awareness. Because being a high-value man isn't just about attracting women. It's about reading situations with wisdom and knowing when something's no longer innocent. So if you've ever felt that invisible tension with a married woman, if you've ever seconded yourself, if you've ever wondered, did she just flirt with me, but didn't know what to make of it, then this message is for you today. We're revealing the 4 subtle signs a married woman may be secretly attracted to you. Signs most men overlook, but high-value men notice immediately. And by the end of this video, you won't just know what to look for, you'll know what to do about it. Let's dive in. Sign number 1, she mirrors you without realizing it. One of the most overlooked, yet telling signs of hidden attraction is unconscious mirroring. Let me explain. You're in a casual setting, maybe work a cafe, a group gathering, and you start to notice that every time you adjust your posture, she subtly does the same. You cross your arms. Moments later, she does too. You lean in slightly. She mirrors that movement. This isn't coincidence. It's not mimicry, it's a primal behavioral response rooted deep in our psychology. Psychologists call it the chameleon effect. It's what we naturally do when we're subconsciously trying to build rapport or feel closer to someone. But here's where it gets interesting. Married women who are emotionally committed don't typically do